My name is Ann Dietrich, maiden name King, and then he was sent as XO of an LST, and so that took us from Norfolk to the West Coast, and then back to the East Coast to have command of a minesweeper, the Courser, and then did we become ashore finally? I think, yes, we went to Monterey then, and he became aide to Buddy Yeomans, who was superintendent of the postgraduate school. So we were there 2 years as our first shore duty, and then with nice reports from an admiral, as a lieutenant he was XO of a destroyer, Picking, and we lived in Long Beach. I remember that, and while he was XO, they had a collision with an aircraft carrier in the Western Pacific, and he said that was one of the scariest nights of his life. He was the executive officer, and he was sleeping where he should have been then, which he should have been doing, and then he said, when the engines stop, that's scary. And they stopped. And so the ship veered into, I used to know the name of the carrier, I probably should have written all this down, but into the ship, and it crushed their bow back. And they were taking on a lot of water, and Bo was down in the spaces a lot during that. And it was kind of a scary time. But they got to the Philippines, underway very slowly, and were repaired out there. But at home it was awful hearing the things about it until we knew they were all safe. Nobody was injured, and that was a blessing. Well, it wasn't always easy, but it was fine. It was very lonely sometimes, but I think that people who have never met a ship coming into port that has been gone for 6 months have missed one of the most exciting times of your life. I mean, that was special. That helped. And looking back, I don't remember, at the time I know I was really lonely and frustrated sometimes. I remember I had 4 children, 3 sons and a daughter, and the 2 boys went to a local movie one day, and walking home there were some words spoken somewhere, and they got in a scuffle, and the older one came to the younger one's defense, and one of them had kind of a bruised face, and so all I could do was comfort them. But Bo said later on, if he'd been home, he would have taken them out in the garage and showed them how to defend themselves. So that's the kind of thing, you missed. Just happened. I was on one dependence cruise, and they do have more of those now, I think, where they take their families to sea. But in the American Navy, we don't do that. But other navies, they do. But I remember Spanish friends telling us about, when they moved, going with the husband in the ship. But we don't do that.